Dave,
Ian,
we need to keep it tight. Keep it tight.
You're saying this, but you're imposing this. Why?
Well, because I have not eaten yet.
It's 8:25 at night. I ate dinner 4 hours ago.
I mean, that's a whole other thing.
So I drive a Lexus LS. There's Werther's in the center console right now. I'm not making that up.
You drive a Lexus LS. You ate dinner at 4:30.
Yeah.
It's nearly time for the Jell-O course. And then off to bed.
The Jell-O course. How do you know about that?
Oh, I know. I've been to a home before. It's really nice that they let you use the break room.
It is.
Podcast.
Yeah, the rumpus room. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Patty has a podcast.
This is like one of those things where, they send high schoolers to read to seniors. That's what this is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Apex Adjacent. You're Ian. I'm Dave. Greatest automotive podcast on the planet. Greatest music podcast. Episode 399, Ian. And you want to keep it tight.
I do want to keep it tight. I need to eat. And also I'm agitated. I'm agitated because the reason I haven't eaten yet, I know this is going to come as a shock. The reason I haven't eaten yet, I had to bring my son home from a birthday party. It is a school night.
Uh-huh.
It is 8:00.
Oh, wait. Parents planned a kid's birthday party on a school night? What the hell?
A school night, and it's at what is there's no other way to describe it. It's fucking hell on earth. It's this place called Lava Island. Ever heard of this place?
No. Is it a place that facilitates the floor is lava kind of game?
No, it's like there's trampolines and there's foam pits and there's a big jungle gym and there's a giant slide for kids to get hurt on and there's rooms for cake and it is the loudest place known to man.
Okay, yeah.
There's no comfortable seating. Everything is sticky.
You're yelling at me for being an old man.
I'm telling you, this place would break you. I've seen how you react when you walk into my house and you have two children yelling at you. You would disintegrate into dust immediately. It's somebody built a box in the suburbs that does nothing but overwhelm all of your senses.
I just turn into Thanos snap dust instantly.
Yes. It's sensory overload. Because it's a metal box.
Uh-huh.
With 300 children yelling at the top of their lungs.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can't
handle that. Can't handle that.
It's awful.
The only thing that could make it worse is if mascots and clowns were in there.
Yeah. Right. There are no. I have never seen that. So you got that going for you.
Okay.
And especially like we've done birthday parties there like on the weekend, and it's just
Jesus.
So cram packed, and like you lose track of your children immediately.
Okay. Yeah.
It through is to either just check out.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm a pretty even keeled as far as like not being panicky.
You are one of the most even-keeled persons I've ever met in my entire life.
I am in a full-blown panic every time I'm in that place.
You're not like staple gunning an air tag onto the back of Nico and just calling it a day.
Oh my God, no.
On your phone.
It's not even that. It's not even them. It's just the sheer overload of like there's like adults are trying to make small talk with you, but like just there's smells and sounds and too many people and like it's the worst.
Okay.
I don't care for it. Yeah.
And what does this have to do with us keeping the show tight?
That's why I haven't eaten. I'm like, anyway, yeah.
Don't they have awful pizza or something like that at a place?
They did have awful pizza, but that would have involved me going into the tiny little party room with a bunch of people I didn't know, and I didn't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
Or eating like a shitty giant pretzel from the
Yeah, true. Yeah, the
thing.
one fresh out of the freezer that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That they refresh every Friday night and it's Thursday.
Gotcha. We'll send some calories to my boy. Yeah,
Thank
Ian,
you.
if you just wanted to pound a few hot dogs or something on the show, go for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your glizzy on.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what people like. They like people eating sausages
Yeah.
on their podcasts.
Tube meats on their car shows. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we need to continue the Ian and Dave's tiny wiener trend,
Yeah.
I mean, beyond how we normally are continuing the trend.
Been carrying that torch for a long time.
Yeah. So Ian, how about you look at the table of contents? You tell me what you want to talk about tonight. I think there's some stuff we can save for a later episode, but yeah, I see a couple things on here I'm excited about.
I want to hear your garage updates.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. So I bought a new sway bar, a front sway bar for the Abarth.
Nice.
Up over the stock unit. I guess the stock unit is something like 19 or 18 millimeters. This is 25. And I think that's kind of like the last suspension thing that I'm gonna do for the Abarth. I mean, there really isn't anything else, right?
That's better because it's more.
Exactly. More bar, more better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Science.
Had a great autocross outing. I think not going to be autocrossing for about a month. The next event is about a month away, so it's going to give me time to do motor mounts, which I need to because the engine mount, the on the passenger side, the engine's actually starting to sag just a tiny bit.
Oh.
And if that goes too much, it'll actually, the CV boot will touch one of the subframe rails. So that's not good.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So swapping motor mounts, going to do control arms. And yeah, motor mounts, control arms, and the sway bar. Hit the junkyard yesterday. So the Fiat has like two lower subframe bars that come up, and those are what hold the crash bar on to the front of the car.
Mm-hmm.
They sit below like the subframe or the proper frame like rails, and they're completely detachable. So like if you were to kind of like, bend your Fiat in a little bit of a fender bender, you could probably get away with like replacing this like subframe component.
Huh.
Mine are good, except for one of the welded nut threads on one of mine is stripped out. And so I just went to the junkyard, found a Fiat. There was a Fiat in the Denver U-Pull-It here. Both of those subframe arms were intact on it. So I snagged that. So yeah,
nice.
I had a successful and productive U-Pull-It trip. Yeah.
That's always good. It's always good. You don't want to, like, striking out at the U-Pull-It yard is like a particular brand of failure.
It is, right? Yeah. I mean, like, it costs $3 to get in there, okay, fine. Mm-hmm. But like, if you get there and like all of the stuff that you want is picked over, and there's this magic like combination of things. Can I remember everything that I need or want for the car?
There's that.
Right. Yeah. And I had a list, still forgot a thing that was on the list. Is it there? And and can I get it out?
That's that's the worst.
Right.
When you have to admit defeat, like, excuse me. Usually what'll happen for me is like, I of course go too late. Don't give myself enough time.
10 minutes to close. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like I have to bail.
Yeah. It's tough. I hear you. Yeah. But thankfully it was a successful trip. Yeah. And I have to pull those subframe arms to get the control arms out anyway. So
okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to be replacing one of those anyway. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. It was a good trip. Yeah. So got some work planned for the little nugget. Drove it today to have lunch with some coworkers. And I think it's going to go up on jack stands this weekend. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Had a good autocross. The proper BMW event number 1.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a very fast and windy course. Fast times were in the low or high 35s, low 36s,
okay.
right?
So a little slower than the last one you went
Yeah,
on. Yep.
the test
Okay.
and tune, yeah. And kind of a lot of serpentine kind of stuff. Not You started into a slalom, but then on the back half of it, you were going through kind of a proper serpentine,
Hmm.
exaggerated longer slalom. And I'm still having issues not getting the rear to proper lift off oversteer.
Hmm.
And so I think I'm gonna put those other tires back on, not the street tires, but that other set of Hancooks that I had. I'll
Yeah.
put those on the rear for the next event. Those don't have quite as much grip, and they are a half inch or an inch more narrow.
So when you say it doesn't oversteer,
Yeah.
is it that is it just that it doesn't oversteer, or is it also, are you pushing a lot? Are you getting a lot of uh, um are you getting a lot of understeer, not just a lack of oversteer that you want?
It is pretty balanced when it comes to the oversteer. Yeah. Or I'm sorry, the understeer. Yeah. So I am getting a touch of push, but I think it's still me finding the limits of the tires and
Hmm.
the new suspension setup. So I think there's definitely been some runs where I have overdriven and
Yeah.
just put I might as well just drive a straight line through the through the course. Yeah.
Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. But it had a good event. Temperatures were only in the 50s, so I got more wind burnt than I got sunburnt. And my best time was a 40.8, which was good. It was down over 3.7 seconds from my slowest time.
Okay.
And PETA just nipped me with a 40.6.
That's
So
so awesome that you two are so close on in autocross.
yeah.
Those two cars, which are couldn't be more different.
Wildly different approaches to how you should go around corners. Yeah.
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 Has anyone at autocross said anything to you about what a huge improvement you've had over the off season? Has anyone noticed?
I don't think so. Yeah, nobody's really said much. I think everybody just sees my car and they're like, "Hey, a Fiat's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
here!" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, there was a lady there named Rebecca that had a beautiful NA Miata with a vanity license plate that said Miata, and it
Okay.
had she had the stick shifter, the flowers in resin and
Oh,
stuff
cool. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, she was killing it. It was great to see. I think this was her proper first event. And yeah, seeing some new folks and yeah, it's going well. It's going well.
Nice.
Yeah. So there you go. So a little bit of garage time to kind of fix some stuff before it really breaks. And then
Hmm.
yeah, back
Yeah.
out on Father's Day when mother's visiting to take my
Mother.
mom autocrossing. Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get a camera on her this time. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yep.
great.
So there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Thanks, man.
Um, I did some traveling this week.
Yes. Yeah. And you have an update for us. Something we haven't heard about for a while.
A rental car report. The last couple of trips I had, I did not get a car. I got a car this time.
Uh-huh.
So first of all, going out, I went to the DC area and they pushed our plane back from the gate, and then
Uh-huh.
we're like, "JK,
Oh no.
plane's broken." So we were 4 hours late. So I didn't
Mm.
we didn't land until well after midnight on a Monday.
Did you have to
So
deboard the plane and get
oh yeah,
back?
the whole thing.
Oh, I'm
We had
glad
to
you
go to
weren't
a different
stuck on it.
gate with a new plane and
Okay.
the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't get to my hotel room until 2:30 in the morning or
Oh,
something.
wow.
Anyway, so I get there and the rental car place is just empty.
Yeah,
There's nothing.
there's a tumbleweed, yeah, and a razor scooter.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, and I finally found someone and I was like, "Hey, I have the like status thing or whatever. I was like, in that section, there's nothing.
Right.
What should I do? And he was like, well, there's a Tesla over there. Do you want that? And I was like, yes, I do. Thank you very much. So I finally got a rental Model 3.
Okay. All right.
So I've driven a Model 3 once before, but it was like a sort of like around the block sort of thing. Like it was a little more around the block. But it was with the owner in the car, and it was just like really quick.
Yeah.
And just like do a couple of launches and drive it around like an idiot for like 5 minutes sort of thing.
Yeah, giggle a little bit and yeah.
Right. And so this was the first. I didn't have a lot of driving to do this time, but it was my first time kind of like living with one for a day or two, couple of days.
Yeah. How much stonks did you buy?
I bought so many stonks. I got a blue check mark on Twitter.
Okay.
I have lots of very questionable political views now.
You put several down payments on a Cybertruck. Yeah.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah. You fell for that Ponzi scheme.
I became an Elon reply guy.
So white knighting for him on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And if you know what the phrase Elon reply guy means, my condolences.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so a couple of things. It's much better than I expected it to be, honestly. Like,
okay.
It felt, I wouldn't say it felt premium, but it felt quality inside, and like everything felt like it was doing the thing it should. Driving it, like the one pedal driving is very aggressive in it.
Okay.
Because my friend had kind of turned his down, but I think this was like, the rental agencies kind of have it set by default to be pretty high.
Okay. So you don't have to charge as much, so you recover more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I really liked it. Like I thought it was pretty intuitive. I really liked it. I think there was a couple of times where I was driving aggressively, where I was trying to trail. I was seeing what happens if I like trail brake, where the brake felt a little weird.
Okay.
Where the friction brake, like there was like a little overlap, and it didn't like make me lose confidence in the brakes. It didn't feel like the car was doing something weird. It was just a weird sensation through the pedal.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like a couple of times, and like really, you had to be like really light into the pedal.
Okay.
And then you just feel like a weird like buzz through the or something. Like just a weird sensation through the pedal.
You're still getting the end results that you want as
more
far
or less,
as like the braking and turning and stuff like that. But like but you're getting weird feedback about it.
Yeah, it was just like hey, there's like weird stuff happening under here, right?
Right. We're doing a lot, buddy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the equivalent of like, it was basically like you're at a restaurant and you make a bunch of substitutions.
Yeah.
And it happens, but you can hear them in the back going, this motherfucker.
Right. Gotcha. Security, complicated order. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
I will say the center screen, fucking incredibly distracting.
Yeah.
I didn't care for that.
Yeah, go figure. Having a flat screen fucking plasma TV right near your crotch while you're driving around isn't necessarily the best thing.
Well, and I've driven other cars with like the center mount like gauges or whatever, and I never like it. Like it's just put it in front of my face.
Yeah.
Put the things I need to know in front of me.
Yeah.
And that will be fine.
How do you feel about like the mini like central display, like the big circle in the middle on Mini Coopers?
I don't really like that either.
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel it would be better if it was in front of me. Like that's at least more clear and concise.
Right. Yeah.
And you're not like hunting for things.
Right.
Well, and it's more like focused.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not trying to show you 90 things at once. Yeah.
Yeah. And and this is trying, and I'm sure I would get used to it after a while, and I would be able to just like go right to what I needed to see.
Sure.
But for a while, like, the first like 10-15 minutes in that thing, I was just like, this is a nightmare.
It's like walking into that kid's place, right? Like,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Basically.
What's it called? Lava Island?
Lava Island.
Lava Island. Yeah. It's having flashbacks of Lava Island. Okay.
But the thing that really struck me was the steering.
Okay.
So it's very accurate or whatever, but it feels like Sega Rally Racer. Like
okay. Yeah.
Like, like the console arcade thing.
Yeah.
It's so video gamey, and it's the most like, it's like steering by Logitech. Like, it feels like that was like the shape of the wheel and just the sensation you get back through it is very, force feedback turned on.
Right. Well, we are living in a simulation, Ian. So,
well, yeah. But it just struck me as like that in particular, that it was the one, like, it kind of made sense, like with the, just the whole vibe of that car.
Yeah.
That it would be video gamey.
Right.
Like it just kind of fits.
Yeah.
And it's very quick and accurate and everything, but it feels like you're playing a video game.
Okay. Gotcha.
More than any other car I've ever driven.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
At any point, was there like a man riding an ostrich next to you, or like a if you put your car in a space like that lined up with others, did that whole row disappear?
You're right.
Nice.
I did have to jump over a few mushrooms.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Did you have to charge it at all, or were you able to hand it back without having to charge it?
I was able to give it back without having to charge it at all because I wasn't really going very far.
Sure.
I mean, I did all the launches.
Yeah, every launch. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so I didn't have to deal with charging it at all. I did have to deal with the lack of like Android Auto, because that's like a thing because they want you to use the nav. I will say the nav, like the touchscreen part was really good, like really responsive and a much better nav experience than I've had with anything that isn't Android Auto or Apple CarPlay.
Yeah.
So I mean that is good.
Okay.
It's just like once you're underway, it's hard to see what's happening.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot. You need a co-pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't have any auto like pilot features or anything like that?
I don't think it did. Honestly, I couldn't figure out how to turn any of it on. I don't think it did. And I wasn't really interested in trying it.
Sure.
Yeah, because I was just like, I wasn't going that far.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I was kind of staying in Northern Virginia.
Okay. You didn't want an excuse for when you mowed down pedestrians. You wanted people to know that you did it yourself.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the CEO of Lava Island. I'm going for it.
Okay. All right. Oh, Lava Island sounds like a fucking nightmare. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, were you happy to give the fob back, or
I enjoyed it. Like overall, like I think it's a great rental car. Like, it's a really good rental car.
Yeah. Right.
Because it doesn't feel like down market like a lot of rental car like fleet buys do.
Yeah.
Where like that Hyundai that I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Where it felt like deliberately bad.
Yeah. It fit your body like an Iron Maiden. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very different than what we saw at the auto show floor, right?
Very.
Yeah. You got like the Hyundai.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know. I as a rental car, it's pretty unbeatable.
Okay.
I don't know. Again, I don't know what it would be like to try to do like one of those like big long road trips that we like to do when we travel. But
yeah.
yeah, I hope I get another one.
Nice.
Honestly.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Ian fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Right on. Nice. Right on, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
Yeah.
My rental car report.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a while. I'm glad you. Yeah, I'm glad you. That's crazy that you just managed to get the Tesla at like, 1:30 in the morning. Yeah.
It was literally the last car they had.
Wow. Yeah.
And there was a bus full of people who were not probably happy with me, but I was like, you know what? I got a meeting in the morning.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. One of the employees is like, I have a 92 Civic. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Right on.
Anyway.
Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah.
What else we got? I see you saw some things.
I did, but I have a question for you. When you're in the Tesla, like bopping around, were you compelled to listen to a certain album or a certain style of music?
No, I wouldn't say I was.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't. I did test out the stereo a bit. It was okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't great. I actually listened to that Liars record in the Tesla.
Okay.
Because I was also like trying to think about my meeting and stuff because I had to present and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you didn't want something hop into the foreground mentally, right?
Yeah. But I did listen to something else in the airport on the way home.
Okay.
Was that what you were trying to get at? You want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Ian's album of the week, baby.
I got to the airport. My meeting ended early, and my flight wasn't for several hours, so I had time to kill in the airport, and I was just kind of like walking around.
Okay.
And I feel like walking around the airport music is a really important genre for me.
Yeah.
Right. And it needs to be something that, like, if someone was filming me, I would look cool if this was soundtracking.
Yes. Yeah. You want
as you're walking.
The Reservoir Dogs looking back on the track for my little green bag moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe there's an explosion behind me and I'm just walking.
Yeah. Just ice in your veins. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm getting on the airplane to go do a hit. And I'm carrying my stylish bag.
Yep. Right. In your Italian leather loafers. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And I went back and revisited the album that I hadn't listened to in a long time, and I was like, as I was listening to it, I was like, oh yeah, there's a reason this is a fucking classic.
Okay.
I listened to Madvillainy.
Oh yeah. Okay. Of course you did. Yeah, and of course it's perfect.
Perfect for that, right?
Yep.
I don't have a ton. You know more about this than I do.
Yeah,
you should talk about this record.
Yeah, no, Madlib and MF Doom, man. I mean, it's MF Doom, R.I.P. I mean, it's his legacy is wild. You can go down a rabbit hole watching 4 million MF Doom videos about like just the weird shit that he would do, like play concerts, and it turned out it wasn't even him the whole time. Right. And like, but yeah, it's such a honed album that has such a dialed in sound that there's just nothing like it. Like it's the best thing. Well, I feel like it's my favorite MF Doom album. And yeah, I think it's like, I don't know. It's greater than the sum of its parts. Not like its parts are bad or anything, but it is fantastic. I love it. Yeah.
It's to me, it's like the middle of my hip hop world, right? Where like I can draw a line from it to like the other things in hip hop that I like.
Yeah.
You know, like I can draw a line obviously back to like 36 Chambers.
Right.
Be like, oh, there's some of that is in there for sure.
Yeah.
I can draw a line from there to like Kendrick Lamar for sure.
Yeah.
You know, or like the jazzy
Definitely.
stuff
Yeah.
that I love. You know, like there's just like everything that I love about hip hop happens on this record.
Yeah.
I come back to it a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's great. I've listened to this I went on an MF Doom kick and listened to maybe about 5 or 6 of his albums in a row within the last like 3 months or so as part of like my big like, music library cleanup. I got to the M's, right? Yeah. And so I threw this on for sure. Yeah.
What's your second favorite MF Doom? Because I don't have a ton of experience with listening to MF Doom stuff.
Yeah, it is one that is not under the Doom name. It is the this King what is it? King what Geedorah, Take Me to Your Leader. Yeah.
Okay.
I really like that one a lot. Yeah.
I'll have to check that. I don't think I've ever listened to that one. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that's one under a pseudonym. Yeah, King Geedorah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I like it. It's weird on some streaming services and stuff, but yeah, if you want the files, I'll send them to you. But yeah, I think you'll be able to find it. Yeah.
Cool. I'll check that one out.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think for everything that MF Doom has done, like I think that there are highs and lows. I think the thing that I was probably most disappointed in was the Czarface stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really like Esoteric. So and obviously MF Doom. But Esoteric was from 7L and Esoteric. Like their album Dangerous Connections is one of my favorites.
Okay.
It has that song Herb on it, where it's just like a fucking call out for just awful people.
Oh, okay. That's where that came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a herb. If you got a flag on your truck, but before last September, you never gave a fuck. You're a herb. Yeah.
Awesome.
All that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So Dangerous Connections is an amazing album. And I like Esoteric a lot. And yeah, but that was a little bit of a letdown. But yeah, there's some amazing stuff in the Doom vault, man. Yeah, let me know what you think of King. King
I'm excited
Geedorah.
to listen to it.
And Madvillainy, man. I mean, the instrumental version of the album. I'm sure you've listened to that a million times.
Yeah, it's great.
Right? Yeah. Fucking Madlib, man. Yeah.
I finally got that record on vinyl a couple months ago.
Nice.
I was like, oh man, this is so
good. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like Danger Doom a lot because I love Danger Mouse. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like Doom and Danger Mouse together, like making that like Danger Mouse sound is great.
Yeah.
And the song that MF Doom did for the Aqua Teen Hunger Force : the movie feature, the soundtrack or whatever.
I don't know that at all.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously Aqua Teen Hunger Force, right? But
the
movie they had an MF Doom song on the soundtrack, and it's really good. Yeah, I think it's called Sofa King.
Oh wait, I have heard that.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, no, I remember that song.
Yeah, Sofa King. Oh yeah. Oh, it was Danger Doom that they did it under. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I've definitely heard that song before.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, man, right on. Nice. And that is an album that definitely, like, somebody is shooting you in the right aspect ratio when you are listening to that. Yeah, there's a fucking lens flare.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I feel like walking through an airport, if you have the right music in your headphones, it takes it from like the most mundane like chore that you can possibly have to an actual enjoyable experience. It's one of the few things that like music can totally change.
Yeah, definitely.
An everyday experience. I can't recommend enough.
Yeah.
Get the coolest fucking song you can think of and put it on your headphones when you walk through the airport next time. And it like makes it so much better. Yeah.
Yeah. You just have your special little secret,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Nobody else knows that I'm actually a movie hitman.
Yeah, right.
But I do.
Yeah. No, I dig it, man. I dig it. Yeah. I think the last For some reason, I associate music like spiritualized with airports. Like
okay.
that's the sound and like, I mean, probably wanting to be on pills whenever I'm in an airport.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason there's a correlation there with me. Yeah, spiritualized in airports. And I don't
I can
listen to
see
much
that.
spiritualized. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think you were a spiritualized fan.
I wouldn't call myself a fan, but I've listened to his albums a few times. Yeah.
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 I'm a huge spiritualized fan. I really like it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
um
Yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wildly talented individual, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
that anyway, I can go on a tangent. I'll pick a spiritualized record in the next couple of weeks or something, but yeah, we can go on
Yeah.
that tangent later.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure, man. For sure. Nice. And you have had a spiritualized album on Album of the Week before. And I think that the last time I was listening to it, it was on your Album of the Week recommendation. And
Oh.
I think it was to pick up. I was waiting for my wife at the airport to pick her up.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
I think, yeah. All
Yeah, that
come
was the
together,
most
people.
recent one. Yeah, the most
Yep.
recent spiritualized record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Everybody should go listen to it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
links to one of the greatest albums of all time will be in the YouTube description for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Madvillainy. Fuck yeah.
Sometimes you can't go obscure, you just gotta go for a banger.
Yeah. There's a
Just
reason
go
it's a
for a
fucking banger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The hype is deserved.
Yeah. 1,000%. Yeah.
Dave,
Yeah.
should we do license
Oh,
plate game?
you're doing old-timey old man calisthenics.
I'm doing arm movements. It's not a good sign.
The camera's gonna pan out and you're on one of those old-timey like jiggly machines.
This is a one piece.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, yeah. 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 Dave, should we do yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, license plate game. You want to do a license plate game?
I would love to.
Okay. All right, buddy. Okay. So you have your choice tonight, Ian. I have 2 license plate games for you. How do you pluralize that? 2 license plates game?
It's attorneys general.
Okay, you got it. It's moose.
Yes.
Okay, here's the 2 titles. All right, I'm gonna scream them because I think my wife should still be awake. So, first one, we get it. You work out.
Okay.
Second one, rock.
Oh. I think I want we get it, you work out.
Okay. I think I want to say rock for our guest that's coming up next episode if we do a license plate game. But
Nice.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, we will. And I have one ready.
Oh, nice. Okay. Nice. All right. Here you go, Ian. Here is we get it. You work out. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. So we've got a Mazda. Is that an
like the CX-30
MX-30 or is it CX-30?
Yeah, I think it's the CX-30. Yeah.
That's what that is. Okay, CX-30
in
or something similar. A Hyundai Tucson. And then a Nissan Armada.
Yep, the big boy Nissan. Yeah, Toyota came out with the Sequoia and Nissan was like, we can do that too.
Right. Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, your car's a boat. Ours is an Armada.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we got license plates. Active One. Dear Lord. Burpees. That motherfucker. And then BMX family.
You have to do 10 burpees for each one you get wrong in this game on air.
And then, but like, there's no context clues.
Yeah, I think you're operating off of vibes here, son. Yeah.
Okay, let's do some zooms and enhances.
Okay.
I want to see, there's something through the back of the Mazda, and I'm hoping it's a bike frame, but I think it's just another car.
Yeah, it's just another car back there, buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you got like the easy pass up on the behind the mirror. And yeah, and really not much else. The dealer front mounted license plate bracket.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And we got the it's like a weird light gray, a little bit of beige Tucson.
A taupe?
Yeah, a taupe. Yeah.
A taupe Tucson?
Uh-huh. Yeah, a Taupe-san. Yeah, with the 1.6 T engine.
They're from Boulder.
Yep. Yep.
I feel like that's a towel, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And then we're going to go down to the Armada here.
Some dark tints. And then we've got skulls.
Yeah.
But also some pink, maybe.
Yeah, a little
top.
bit of pink kind of thrown in. I don't know what that sticker is over there. This is the Nissan Armada Platinum Reserve. Wonder what the MSRP is on this thing. Yeah.
No other context clues.
Gunmetal gray alloys. Yeah, not much else.
Not much to go on. There's no bike rack on it.
There's
no bike rack on any of these cars.
On any of these cars, but guess what? They all work out, Ian. I mean, if you had to be upset, or the least amount of upset with one of these cars, not thinking about license plates, which one would it be? And then I want you to do the same thing for the license plates.
I think the car, the Mazda is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Tucson.
Right.
The Armada is also fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Mazda is the one I would have of the three.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then which plate upsets you the least? Out of Active One, Burpees, and BMX Family. If it was just BMX, it'd be something else, right? But the fact that it has family, does that put it in?
I think BMX Family is the one that upsets me the least.
Okay. Okay.
Active One upsets me the most.
Yeah, even more than Burpees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And burpees are pretty fucking upsetting. Just as a concept on their own.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is really hard. So I don't think BMX Family is on the Mazda.
Okay. All right.
I think BMX Family might be on the Armada.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's it's a big car. Maybe you could get some kids and some bikes in the back of that.
Yeah. And if it's BMX bikes, do you need a bike rack?
And no, I don't think you do. And I also think that I don't know, it just seems like BMX always felt a little like a rich kid sport.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you're especially in the last 25 years, right?
Oh yeah.
Maybe not in the 80s, but now.
Dude, when I was a kid, the only kid that I knew that had a BMX bike when I was growing up was definitely one of the more well-off families. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're not buying a Walmart bike, you're buying a
yeah,
especially if you're competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're competitive, right?
Right. Yeah, it had the gyro and everything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Could the kid do anything with it? No.
I was always so jealous of that.
Right? Yeah.
You could spin your handlebars all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When I do that, I go over the handlebars.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't work so well on my banana seat orange and black hand-me-down bike. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I think BMX Family is the Armada. I think I'm going with that.
Okay.
And then it's Active One and Burpees. I think Burpees might be on the Mazda.
Okay. Okay.
Because I think that is a personal trainer's car.
See, okay. I was wondering who you would assign a personal trainer to when it came to these vehicles. Yeah.
I don't think that the Tucson is a personal trainer's car.
Okay.
At all. I think this is maybe an older person who is proud of the fact that they get out and hike.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
The Boulder plate is the Boulder dealer plate is what's giving me pause here.
Okay.
That's what's going to make me talk myself out of this. I'm going with it.
I love it when you noodle.
I'm going to go burpees on the
tasty.
Mazda. The Mazda CX-30 is the perfect car for like a young, up and coming personal trainer. Don't you think?
Oh, 1,000%.
/ Instagram influencer.
Yep.
/ 300 other jobs that they do.
Yes. Yeah, because they're door dashing and personal training.
I'm gonna go one step further. I know what's in the cup holder. It's one of those fucking shaker
protein shakers.
Protein shaker.
Yeah, with the little agitator thing in it. Yeah.
Yes, that's what's in the cup holder.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. All right.
And then active one. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Burpees, active one, BMX family.
Okay. All right. Ian, episode 399, license plate game. We get it. You work out. Boom. Ian, you got them all. Yeah. And guess what? As your prize, you never have to do a burpee again for the rest of your fucking life.
That's great. Because I'm over 40 years old and I think a burpee would break me.
So thank you, PETA. He sent me active one today. So thank you, PETA. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
I've been sitting on BMX family for a long time. And yeah, I saw burpees a while ago as well. So yeah. Yeah, I saw burpees and I was like, this motherfucker.
You know everything about that person.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That combination of plate and car, like you just know.
I do want to share with you the BMX family, like the uncropped version, because if you saw this person in the photo, you would have. You already got it, but you definitely would have. Got it. I'm waiting for the hopper to load. We have so many goddamn images in it. Yeah. Here we go. BMX family. Here we go. Here's the uncropped photo. It is this person, Ian. It is this guy. Right. Yeah. Sleeve tattoos.
Perfect.
Yep. Right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like he looks like he owns a BMX store.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's great. That's what you want.
Yeah. I had to crop him out because if you saw that, it would be instant. Right.
And this is perfect. This is great. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm into this whole thing. This dude, his family. Yeah. You do you.
Yeah. The whole vibe. I'm into it.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go, man. Yeah. Nice, buddy. Well done, Ian. Episode
that was a really fun one.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Dave, I think we did a car show.
We did. Thank you, PETA, for the plate.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for staving off hunger, Ian.
Yeah. It was touch and go there for a minute. I think I have scurvy, but it's okay. People. This is episode 399.
Yep.
And how numbers work is the next episode is 400.
Uh-huh.
And it hasn't happened yet, so I don't want to overpromise, but
yeah, we
have a pretty big guest next week.
Yeah.
So I need all of you to fucking behave yourselves. We are going to have company. Don't embarrass us. Napkin in your lap, please.
That's our job.
But for real talk,
yeah.
If you were going to tell someone about this show, this would be a good time. Because next week is next week.
Yeah.
And things are happening. Please send us your vanity plate, 720-515-1391.
Boom. Off the top of the dome. Well done, Ian.
apexadjacent at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Dave, anything else? Did I miss anything?
No, man. You got it. Listen to Madvillainy.
Yeah. Definitely do that.
Yep.
Everybody, we love you. See you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.